What you guys got another dash cam review. This is the VANtrue N2 dual dash cam, 1080p and 720p cameras, one facing out and one facing in. It has a G sensor and also a parking mode on it as well, which is awesome. So they're going to take a look at this and get it out of the box. You can read the specs here and pause the screen at this stage, but as you can see, this is a pretty phenomenal type of dash cam because it is geared up just for doing that particular type of job. Whereas some of the cameras that I've used as dash cams are really good, designed for action cams, whereas this sole purpose is to be a dash cam. And the build quality looks pretty good too. So inside the box you're going to get yourself the quick start guide here, and this is all in colour and written in English, and you can see it's really easily laid out for you to get it set up, and it's pretty well packed with features, this camera as well. And as you can see here, we have a shared ticket here, and also your warranty where you can register your product, which is advisable, and also you've got your user manual, which again is in full color and English text. Now you can also see the quality of it by the user manual. They've really put a lot of effort and time into it. You're going to get your USB charging cable here as well, and also you're going to get a really long cable to route that cable around your car window for the cigarette lighter socket, and also you've got a USB port on the end there, as you can see, and also you've got your window mount with the connector here, which means you can charge the camera whilst it's plugged into the cigarette lighter. Now this is the actual dash cam itself here, and you can see we have a 1.5 inch screen on there, which is really nice and vibrant. It's a little bit small, but it's okay. They've had to sacrifice that for the forward facing camera here, which is a 720p. It is rotatable as well, that camera, so you can move it a little bit. It also has an OK button and a parking record button, which allows you to record whilst you're in park mode up to 30 feet away. If people come close, it will start to record. Now you have some function buttons here to power the unit on, and the menu, and also some navigation buttons and an audio button here, which is just going to take in your audio from your voice, which is actually very good as well. You're also getting a forward facing camera here, which faces out towards there, which is a 1080p camera, and you can see the dual camera recordings there. Front 1440 by 1080 and also at 30 frames, and 1280 by 720 is the dual camera mode here. Now where the VANtrue logo is, that does rotate a little slight bit there. You have a speaker here as well, and of course you have your mounting port there, which will also charge the dash cam up as well. Now the G sensor data protection automatically senses a crash and saves all your files, which is essential as well. And you can see on this side of the camera we do have a USB port and an AV out port on there as well. And underneath this little area here there's a little panel which you can pull up, which does have your micro SD card, which takes up to 128 gigabytes. It's best to use a class 10 for that, and also an HDMI port on there as well. Now this does have a dual camera mode, as I mentioned, and you can see that is the forward facing camera, and the rear facing is that little 720p version up the top left hand corner. You'll see me waving up there in a second. Now also I will be disabling this feature, but it does record these in separate files on the computer, and you will only get 720p of internal camera footage, and the external will be 1080, which is a lot better in my personal opinion, but it's useful. Now let's have a look at the menu system here. You've got the recording mode, resolution, loop recording, also parking monitor. There's quite a lot here. You can use the dual camera mode recording here, or you can turn that feature off and just use the front camera recording, which is useful if you don't want that on inside the car. Now also here, well, you can change the resolution. There's two resolutions. I'll show you these quick ones. Click OK here. 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second, and also 1280 by 720 at 30 frames per second there as well. If you wanted to record at that, I'd leave it on the 1920 by 1080. Now also again we want to pop this down to the parking mode. You can have parking mode monitor on there, G sensor, you can set that up, and HDR as well. You can turn the microphone on or off if you wish, which is always nice if you want to have the camera and the microphone on as well. Also set up, you can go all through these settings and set it up how you want. You can have the speed, GPS and all that sort of stuff. It's all fully packed with features, this dash cam. So we're just going to go into system setup here and take a look. You can change the language, the timestamp, add your car number plate, which is useful for insurance purposes. Also auto LCD off, power off delay. Also there's loads of other features here: key sound, flicker frequency. There's loads, TV standard format, default settings, and firmware version to let you know whether there's a firmware flash, which you could actually probably do when they release it to get better pictures and stuff like that, which I'm pretty sure they would do in the future. Now also you can see here the GPS setup. This is in case you wanted to set all this up, and if you want to do that, this will put the timestamp on there, the speed that you're traveling, and also the location you're in and everything else. And this is all essential for cheaper car insurance, and also if you ever had a claim, it will be able to notify the speed you was doing, and also the way that accident actually happened. So it's a really useful bit of kit to have this onto a dash cam as well. So I'm going to go through here. I'm not going to enable all this stuff here. I'm just going to leave it as is and go through here. But you can see your files will be inside here. You can view the files from here, and this is some of the footage, so I'll let you have a look. So it's another glorious day in the UK. 30 Celsius. It's dropping down now. It's about 7:30 in the evening, about 27 Celsius. Now this camera does have one facing out towards the road, and also one that faces towards inside the car, which is useful for minicab drivers or taxi drivers, or people who just want to be a bit more secure when they're driving inside their car, especially if you've got passengers and stuff like that. Because I can't see what else use there would be for it, apart from if you was crashing and see you shitting yourself at the time when you crash. But other than that, I think it's a pretty good feature. Now obviously I've showed you that on the review part. I'm not going to do it in this one, so I wanted to give you the full glory of the picture outside. It's lovely out today, it really is. This is beer garden weather. More cow shit. Fucking hell, that's strong, that is. So yeah, if you're wondering where this is opposite the motorway. It's just a little slip road that goes all the way alongside the motorway. I can drive miles with this, which is much better than being on the motorway in my personal opinion. It's a much nicer scenic route. Bit of a lover's lane. Take the old missus down here. Yeah, and have the internal camera running. Oh, there you go. There's a use. We found a use for the internal camera. So far I'm pretty impressed with this dash cam. As you can see, we've got some night view here. This is pretty well lit at night time, and it's pretty late in the evening. But you see there down the bottom, you can have all your displays set up there. You can have your GPS location, your speed and everything else. I've disabled all that, but you can have all that running here. As you can see, this is a pretty nice quality picture. This is a little bit darker with just some single lights down the outside, with no lighting here on the right hand side here. So very minimal lighting, but you can see you're getting plenty good picture here as well. So I must say I'm pretty impressed. That's the VANtrue N2 dash cam. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be a discount coupon in the video description, so check that out. And also I'll be making more videos again in the future. Give the video a thumbs up, and I shall see you again real soon for another video. My name is Brian from brightechcomputers.co.uk. Bye for now.